As I wanted to show, we've got new velvet turquoise pillows.
Right flip.
Yeah, for fall.
For fall.
Yeah. Speaking of fall, big announcement coming up this Thursday with Britney Spears. You've been talking about this for a long time, suspecting that she's going to be at the Park Theater.
Park Theater.
And is that what's going to happen?
They are saying that Britney Spears, here's the facts, Britney Spears is going to be at Toshiba Plaza tomorrow at 7 p.m. for a big announcement that is open to the public.
Okay.
Get there early if you want to check her out. There's not going to be a performance, but there's going to be a whole thing down there. I suspect that it will be an announcement that she will be headlining at the Park Theater next year in 2019. As you know, she had spent 4 years at what is now Zappos Theater, a run that ended on New Year's Eve last year.
Oh yeah, I saw you right after that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. We saw you on the strip.
Live on the strip for Channel 13. You came out of Britney Spears. I saw you.
That was a whole night, and she brings the party, you know. And she's going to be added to, we suspect, to the list of headliners at the Park Theater for next year.
I mean, they just keep getting great acts there. I mean,
Lady Gaga opening in December, and I'm very interested in the timing of this announcement.
Yeah.
Because whose movie just opened over the weekend? Who's also a Park Theater headliner?
Right.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
So if there's a way to tap into that energy at Park Theater, they're doing it. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's the intent, but Britney Spears is coming in right after the opening weekend of that movie. So.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Legends in Concert. They were just on. I had George Michael here, and we said they were at the Flamingo, but the things are changing?
Yeah, at the time you were right. They were at the Flamingo, and George Michael has been a character. They're adding Bruno Mars, by the way, to the current fall lineup. But the big news is that Legends in Concert is moving to the Tropicana by the middle of February next year. After spending about 5 years at the Flamingo, the show opened 35 years ago in what is now Imperial Palace, or what was Imperial Palace then and is now the Link. So that's a big move. The Tropicana is going to make it the 7 o'clock show. It's going to be their signature show in the theater where originally the Folies Bergère performed, and a bunch of other people since then. They're replacing David Golddrake's Imaginarium in that time slot. Okay. And it's a big move. It's a big move for the hotel. It's a big move for Legends. It's the longest running current production show on the Strip.
And that's a nice theater at Tropicana.
It's beautiful. 1,100 seats. It's plush. It's beautiful. It's ideally suited for a great, ready-made, successful show. Okay. That's what they got.
Cool. All right, Jerry Lewis is going to have a space in Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. I don't get how this all goes together. Explain it to me.
You know, I've been talking to Zach,
Jerry.
and I'm not sure how it happened either. Zach is a Lewis fan, and he has an area of his Haunted Museum that's dedicated to entertainers, including a spot for Las Vegas legends. Liberace's pianos in there, some of Red Fox's artifacts are in there, and Zach bought up a bunch of stuff at Jerry Lewis's auction, the Jillian's auction, back in June.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, I was in text with Danielle Lewis, Jerry's daughter, who I'm very close to the family. And just a couple days ago, she was asking me about Zach Bagans' museum. And I said, well, let's go down there. We can tour it. She'd never toured it before. And all of a sudden, I see that Zach has added all this stuff. And I asked Danny, have you known about this? She goes, I didn't even realize he had that. So we're all going in to see Zach's stuff. But he's got the Nutty Professor Keith, the Damn Yankees costume, A Day the Clown Cried costumes, which are very rare. So a couple of driver's licenses. And there you go, and the spirit lives on, as Zach says. It doesn't have to be macabre to be at the Haunted Museum. Just if there's spirits there, he will have them.
I mean, listen, that place is becoming more and more popular. It's already popular, but he keeps adding to it.
The TV show and his ability to get out to the public what he's got in there, like the Charles Manson stuff he's got his bones and his ashes, and the painting with his ashes in the eyes and all that. And he's very good. David Koresh's old Camaro, 69 Camaro he's got in that place. And he's very good about presenting it properly, and he's a very interesting man, Zach.
Okay. Yeah, really is. Yeah, well, I love Frankie Shinta. Yeah, he's a classic, well, because he's from back where I'm from, Rochester, Buffalo, New York. Yeah.
Upstate New York, yeah.
But then I moved here, and he was here with the fam. He obviously lost his brother earlier this year, and we weren't sure what he was going to do with the show, and now he's announced. It's
interesting. Without Joey Shinta on the stage, we have the Shintas. It's called The Showman, and it's about that man there, Frankie Shinta. And Frankie is continuing on with pretty much the same template of the show that the Family Act has always produced. It's going to be him and Janine Valentine, who's a wonderful singer. Yeah. She's still in the act. They're going to be on stage this weekend at 3 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, and again November 25th and 26th and December 1st and 2nd.
Perfect.
In the afternoon slot at the South Point Showroom. I saw the opener, and it's a great deal of fun.
Good.
Frankie is a showman for sure. He's
really
built to do it.
He sure is. All right, you can read more about all this stuff in Katz's column in the Review Journal. It's called Katz, and we'll see Katz next week.